Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M40 M43, the Tier 8 American SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Pilsen, and it's under the command of Chickens 1003 of the Arty clan. I've noticed actually that Chickens doesn't have all of the slots in his equipment used up. So he might be missing out on a few extras, such as getting his loading done quickly, because I think one of the bits of equipment he did have was the gun main drive, which of course is so important. Now, a lot of people have been discussing about which are the best pieces of equipment for Arty, and I think there's a conclusive answer to that now. Obviously you need a rammer because you have a very long reload. Secondly, you need the gun main drive because you have to lay your gun on the target and get it dialed in as quickly as possible. But I think most players now know, most Arty players, that the rotation device is actually the best piece of equipment, the next piece of equipment to actually use to get good hits on the enemy. And the reason for that is dispersion. You get less dispersion and more accuracy when you actually have the rotation device, because you'll dial in a lot quicker on the enemy. First shot does do a little bit of damage, 359 to the Skoda. 359 is not a little bit, it's actually, I was being sarcastic there, it's actually quite a lot. But it's very important to actually focus on enemy tanks which are really dangerous to your teammates. It's a tier 8 game with tier 8 tanks only, and the Skoda T56 with a 2-shot autoloader can be very, very dangerous because it does do an awful lot of damage. He's lost sight of the T56 at the moment, but behind is the 703 too, and he spotted that. Yeah, whoa, he did exactly what I would do. He actually lined up the shot, anticipating the 703 would go through a spot just ahead of him, and the guy stopped and turned on the sixpence, so he missed on that shot, I'm afraid, but I would have done exactly the same. Oh, and there's the Skoda, but it's a different Skoda actually, because I think there's more than one on the enemy team. This is another one. There's, oh, it's not the Skoda, that's the Kilana. There's the Skoda. 703 too, side on to us. But that doesn't stop him losing 110 hit points because he was near the splash radius. Now the M40, M43, as you know, they plan to build 600 of the M40, but they actually only built 311 of them in total. And quite a lot of the M40s were then converted into the M43 by taking the 8-inch howitzer and mounting that on the vehicle instead of the 155mm gun. So 24 of the 24 of the M40 GMCs became M43 HMCs. They were originally going to build 576 of the M43, but they didn't in the end. They actually stopped production. One of the reasons why, of course, was America was all but broke at the end of Second World War. They'd expended so much money to win the war that it almost, well, put the entire nation into debt. But in fact, actually, America benefited from the fact that they'd given so much equipment to other countries. Those countries then had to pay back under Lend-Lease. And for years afterwards, Britain, in fact, Britain only actually finished paying off for the war debt of World War II. I think it was around about 2004. Or was it 2008? I'll have to check that later on, but we took forever to pay back our debt. Germany got their war debts paid back, or cancelled actually, because the Americans forgave them for it, but Britain was never forgiven. We had to pay it all. Lovely shot, right on the turret there. That looks like it hit where the loader was. And for a brief moment, we did see the hole. But of course, it wasn't a penetrating shot. The alpha on this Arty is 900. Oh, no, he's put the round the wrong way. There it is, 900 for standard HE. 52mm pen. 10.5 meters on the burst range, between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. But you can see what Chickens is using. He's using the extra HE, the non-stun HE, which has got 1100 alpha, the same as on the T92, and it's got 6 meters on the blast radius, but no stun. Another great hit right on the front of the vehicle. 542 hit points from that shot. Well, he's on the move now, and 38.6 kilometers an hour is maximum speed, because it is basically an M4 with an extremely heavy howitzer on it. Now, we're only 2 tanks up on the enemy at the moment, and we're driving towards this alley. We might get spotted by the enemy, and I have the sneaking feeling that he's actually trying to get closer to get direct hits. There is a certain player, Steve Walsh by name, who actually does love shotgunning the enemy at close range. Oh, he's found the enemy RT at the back of the map. Okay, let's see what he can do. Well, he went down very quickly, but we didn't have to fire a shell. There's only 4 enemies left now. One of them is that Kilana that we saw earlier in the game. The others are a GeForce 1008, a Scorpion G, and a T103. And you can see Chickens has got very aggressive, and he's decided to go up front. But the unfortunate thing is he just got too close to that Kilana, and the Kilana still has some health left. Now he's supposing that one of the enemy is up on the northwest corner of the map, and I think there is somebody up there. It might be the G-Saw. Kilana's just gone down. Scorpion G is getting close. Is he going to find something? There he is. And line up. And there. Good hit. Solid hit. 375. Unfortunately, it looks like our Skoda just got set alight. And now we've got a T103 approaching fairly rapidly, and our team are now starting to lose. Yeah. So he's decided to go around and pick a spot. I think he's going to try and catch the enemy unawares, if he can. The G-Saw went down. There's only 2 enemy left. One of them's the Scorpion G. There's the T103. He could certainly do some damage to that guy. He's got a shot. And he does get some. 485. That's a good shot. Makes him a 1 shot now for Chickens. We still don't know where the Scorpion G is, though. He's reluctant to go round through the factory just in case the Scorpion turns up out of nowhere and finishes him off. That's probably the wise choice. Okay, we temporarily lost sight of that T103, but he knows where we are because, of course, he got hit by him. So, okay, we are going to go round and behind him and take out the T103 with a shot to the rear. Oh, he's changing his mind. I thought he was just going to go round the corner. The T103 is being chased by our teammate in the Renegade. Oh, and the Scorpion's been found. Oh my gum, he's actually behind our teammate. Okay, can we get a shot? Lined up, and we've been spotted. Well, no, that one didn't work. So now we're having to move. And the Renegade is... Oh, well, the Renegade took care of the Scorpion. But now that T103 is still alive, and he's just killed our Renegade. So now it's 1-on-1, RT versus T103. But he is a one-shot. I did say that he's a one-shot. And we have got the non-stun HG. In fact, many might say it would be a good idea to actually have the armor piercing at this point, because the armor piercing rounds, they've got a lot of penetration. 272 millimeters of armor. Oh, we can be seen. He's trying to get around the corner before the T-103 nukes us. Yes, they have 272 millimeters of pen, but only 600 alpha, the armor piercing. So, is it the T-103 that's going to chase us and try and ambush us? Now, in this position here, I would actually get into that bush to give us a bit of cover. I suppose the worry is the T-103 will come up to our left. Whoa! Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to get back in time. So, this is what I was missing. Sorry about this. Good shot, 311. It wasn't a one shot, but he's definitely a one shot now. Question is, which side is he going to go? He's definitely going to get spotted as he gets close. The only problem we've got is that that tower there might get in the way and he could shoot past us. He is going the other way, so we'll go round. We knock that thing down in the process. And we're backing up to turn onto him. Get the gun on target. If he pokes his nose out, he'll die. We pull back a little bit more, he'll lose contact with us. We're outside the 50 meters, and now he doesn't know where we are. So we get a bit closer. He is coming the other way. This is going to be a standoff. He's tempting the guy in. Don't go round the corner, though. Yeah, he's waiting for it. Drawing him in, luring him in. Thank you. Well done. Chickens wins the game. Arty wins again. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for Chickens 1003 of the Arty clan in the M40 M43. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He managed to get, well, it says 4, but he must have got more than that. No, 14, sorry. There you go. He got 14. And his win rate from the game was 3,269, which is super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. He actually managed to get 2,702 hit points of damage in that game. Not the highest, though. Scorpion G managed 4,908. Second highest was the Skoda T56, who managed 2,867. And the third highest, well, that was Chickens with 2,702. When it came to kills, though, it was actually the T103 and the GeForce 1008 who got 4 kills between them. Followed by the Scorpion G on their team, got 2 kills. So did the Skoda T56 on our own team, the Barask, the Scorpion G, and the CS52C, and the Renegade. Chickens only got the 1 kill in the game, but when it came to base XP, he's in second place, because the Skoda managed to get 897, and Chickens managed to get 865, with in third place Barask with 819. He fired only 11 shots, got 6 direct hits, and 11 splashes, 2,702 hit points of damage, of which 1,834 were at more than 300 meters. The last amount, or the difference, was all those close range shots that he made towards the end of the game when he started motoring 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 killed, and that was the most important one, the last one in the game, the T103, to win the game. And he also got 9,069 credits profit and 1,297 experience points. And yes, he did save his team in the end. He won the game for his team. And it did look pretty hairy towards the end, but he was getting really good shots on that T103. And he stripped him of all of his hit points eventually. T103 made a massive mistake, and he kept trying to poke the corner, thinking, oh, you know, I'll manage to fool him into shooting prematurely, but it didn't work. Chickens held his nerve, waiting until the guy stuck his head well and truly out, and then just blew it off and won the game. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.